Hey, do you recognize that men take up far too much space in the world and women don't take up enough? I want to address this on the men's side, super easy, right? The entire patriarchal structure of our culture, of our society, means that we have an abundance of overconfidence, that we are told and conditioned from birth that we rule the world, and particularly for white men, that we are top of whatever hierarchy exists. And therefore, our opinions ought to be expressed and heard, that we have important things to say, that we lead, all of these things. That's actually not what I want to address. What I want to address is how women and girls play small. Firstly, where does this come from? Well, generational trauma. For centuries, women were oppressed, and the memory of that oppression continues. So I'll take a very simple example. The burning of witches, right, by the church. Now, it is estimated that about 50,000 women were burned at the stake during those dark ages. Now, if you think that every one of those women affected about 10 more people, as well as the people who witnessed that. So there were women watching other women being burned at the stake, suffering agonizing punishment for things as trivial as knowing too much about plants, as about appearing to have too much insight into life, for saying the wrong things. In other words, women's power, demonstrated through their intuition, their skills, their caring, was systemically suppressed. And not only did it kill those women in horrific ways, but it created a fear in future generations of women of demonstrating their intuition, their knowing, their skills, their creativity. And to this day, and I have direct experience of this with the young women that I work with and know, is that they do beautiful, incredible, creative work and then fear putting it out into the world for reasons that they themselves can't even identify. They agonize over social media posts, they edit them to death and then put them up and then in a few days take them down because they haven't got quite the response they were hoping for, and they put their value in that response. And yet men, and I'm a perfect example of this, just put their bullshit out into the world in full expectation that it will be received, validated, and I don't give a shit, and I have total confidence in it succeeding. And what I wanted to make this video to do was to encourage young women. Take some of that confidence, occupy a loud space in the world, put your creative content out. We need it desperately. We need more balance, and we need women to create that and be that.